hours remaining to cross over, most Nigerians are excited that the roads are relatively safe for the festive travels they've been making, and none of the dislodged bandits have been reported to have blocked road while running away from the airstrikes. I've said here that the Nigerian military is one of the best in the world, and they didn't wait for just being given fish by the U.S. government. They're also learning how to fish by also throwing their own bombardments and also tracking or tracing where the dislodged insurgents are running to. That is what is expected, and that is what it should be, because they are also a world-recognized military. They cannot just wait, fold their hands for the U.S. to do everything for them. They have to do the groundwork. They have to see to letter the hideouts of these bandits, because they understand the terrain very well. Like somebody was saying earlier this morning, Kunle Adeola was saying that someone was saying that Google is not a Nigerian.
But he works in Nigeria.
He works in Nigeria. So the Nigerian military is not just known in Nigeria, known all over the world, and they understand the Nigerian terrain, so they can track these persons. Good enough that we've not heard any civilian casualties, except for one or two where the bomb landed in Kwara State, and yes, Offa, yeah, and a hotel.
Just injuries.
Yeah. So it's a good news that
not the bomb,
the pieces, yeah, of the explosives. So it's a good news for Nigeria. Going into 2026, Nigerians want to see a decimated insurgents hideout, cabal, whatever they call them, the ICs, the ISWAP, dislodged, so that we have a peaceful 2026.
And we are getting more equipment, more military equipment.
From Turkey,
yeah, I think helicopter gunships.
Yeah, I think
before now we had got M16 helicopter gunship from Russia. I don't know whether they're operational, and they want to add for from US. We are moving over to.
We are approaching Turkey as well.
It's coming. I don't know. After Sheikh proposed that we move away from US and go to West Turkey and Pakistan.
So that is the kind of
days after he said it. That is the kind that we're also moving to West Turkey.
That is what most Nigerians expected from people like that. That this government listen to them. They should propose solutions to this. Not saying that no, don't come into our territory to hit. Propose solutions to how the Nigerian military can be empowered because these are enemies of a state. The bandits, insurgents they are enemies of the state. There's no how you can rob it, no color you can give it.
I don't know how they will say, oh, the US should not intervene when these terrorists are foreigners. The ISIS, the international players. So when you have international players in your territory, you see some Nigerians have been trying to understand what is their motive, what is really their
rationale,
and the rationale why they insist, oh, don't come in, we're a sovereign nation. When the terrorists have invaded your sovereignty, set up camps in your country and all that.
Amici, good morning to you. Good morning, listener. You see, it's a very clear case. When you talk of terrorist sympathizers, and we must call them out.
Absolutely.
We must call them out. I don't agree with Abulu that we should even be taking advice from somebody like Sheikh Gumi. Certainly, he does. I can tell you with all certainty that he will not be giving any advice that will be of consequential help, to ending whatever crisis we have on our hands. Yes, he's entitled to his right to say whatever he wants. That's why, as a person, I don't even bother myself with whatever he can do, his ranting and all of that. But the country must move forward. So to say, oh, people have unclean hands, does Turkey have clean hands? Does he know the history of PKK in Turkey? Is Turkey not almost classified as a terrorist state?
Turkey, it's called Turkey now.
I say almost because of the way and manner of the kind of activities that we're going by its history. It is now that we're beginning to see a more civilized, even at that, there are issues that are there. It's all about these people who have held so much to religion, and all of that. Because I don't see any other thing outside what he's saying. But what I know is that whether we go to US, to Turkey, to France, to
Pakistan.
Whoever will help us solve this problem, let the person, come in, and we'll be involved, collaborate with them moving forward so that we solve the problem. Some of us have seen this thing firsthand. When Boko Haram, for instance, started the first attack, we were there. I mean, that was the first time I was seeing scores of dead bodies. Until tomorrow, that image still rings in my head. I've seen Boko Haram bomb Mami markets, bomb churches, bomb roads, bomb police stations. I've been there. I've seen pieces of human body
dismembered.
I've seen this thing. My family has been affected. People have been killed, invaded, attacked. People have been kidnapped. I know how the peasant, the poorest of the poor in my village has been taxed to bring out the low, whatever they have, so that they will contribute money to get some people out of jail. And then one character is sitting somewhere and telling me some people have unclean hands, and all of that. So I'm happy the Tinubu administration is moving in the direction that is moving. And as citizens, we owe this government, is our government. That's why I say Tinubu administration. The government is the Nigerian government. We owe the Nigerian government that responsibility to support them, to support it at this moment, so that we'll push this thing to the end. I can assure you that if at the level at which we are pushing this, we'll get almost to the end of it. What happened in Tangale local government in Sokoto State? The Lakurawa they dug wells. Almost like embankments that they had as their permanent camps. These were the things that were destroyed. The villagers came out, these people are running away, and all of that. And then some person will say, they didn't even kill anybody. They bombed dropped somewhere in Jola, just impacted communities that have no business with what we're talking about. So whatever support we can give this administration, give this government, we need to do it moving forward, so that if we put this kind of pressure within the next six months, 1 year, I can assure you, to the barest minimum. It's very difficult to end terrorism in any country. I think going by what history is only Italy or so, when they fought the 4th Brigade also, that they were able to, and that was because of the support they got from, the citizens, to fight that war. So we expect, some dissidents, we will definitely, they can have their say, and all of that, but we need, the government and the administration needs all the support. At the state level, at whatever level, anybody can do.
The other day on this program, I suggested that Trump and US should also, if the Nigerian government have refused, as we have seen, to take out the unknown government in their camps in my own state, Anambra. I mentioned the hills where they have been hibernating and coordinating, and the government is aware of this, that the US should come to our aid. Yes, to come and dislodge them so that when I travel, I can move freely without fear of being hounded into the forest. I have to give it to Senator Ali Ndume, who also said such action of the US should be extended to the Northeast, because we know
certainly
where they are.
And the North Central.
We've not really sat down to think of the objectives of ISWA, ISIL, NENIT, these terrorists. For instance, the primary objective of the Islamic State of West Africa province, ISWAP, are the establishment of an Islamic caliphate under the Sharia law in the Lake Chad region and overthrow of existing secular governments in the area, especially the Nigerian state. So they want to overthrow the Nigerian state and set up an Islamic state. That is what they want to do. And if you take a look at what they are doing in the Sahel region, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, in Chad, in Niger Republic, we tend to underplay the enormity of the actions they have taken. If we don't take them out, and they're already extending their tentacles from the northeast to the northwest, pushing to the north central, pushing into the southwest, and we're handling it with kid gloves. When these guys have a foothold, when they unleash, the tail will be hard to tell. So every hand must be on the deck to, rain the bombs on them, eliminate them, slaughter them, decimate them, and get them away from the face of the earth.
The narrative, let me start from Taylor was trying to talk about when Boko Haram started. The narrative then was that youths were not given jobs, unemployment. Later it changed to ethnic cleansing, later land grabbing, and the US brought the other religious genocide. So now we know the objective of this Islamic State of West Africa and the ISIS. How do we address the psychological impact of this their objective? There is mental torture on Nigerians. There is mental torture. There is psychological torture on us. So how do we wash ourselves of this objective of these people? Let's start from the north. We know that the Niger State governor the other time was saying that preachers must submit their sermon to be scrutinized before they go to deliver the sermon, so that they will not be passing wrong information. What message are the religious leaders passing out to these areas where these insurgents operate? Are they heightening the fears, or are they trying to caution the people against such moves? A secular state does not stop you from practicing your religion. You mustn't talk to the government in a secular state before you can practice your religion. I don't know any country where, even in Britain, you have mosques, you have churches, and they practice. The former Prime Minister of UK, what's his name? I think it's the Indian man. He came with his religion. Yeah, Shuna. He came with his religion, and nobody stopped him.
Okay. You see, I mentioned what you said. That would be the expressed